On the morning of February 2, 1968, Hotel Company 25, under the command of Captain Ron Christmas, were ordered to proceed to McV from Phu by road convoy. Unusually, the 25 Battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ernie Cheatham, received no orders to accompany them to Hue. Due to poor intelligence, confirming the strength of opposing North Vietnamese forces, the individual companies of 25 had been sent piecemeal into the Battle of Hue. Around noon, on February 2 at McV, Gulf Company 25 advanced up Highway 1. Their objective was to clear Hue University of VC. Up until the 4th of February 1968, this whole area was a danger zone. Enemy snipers located in the upper levels of the Treasury and the school buildings behind us had commanding views over this area towards McV. Hue University, now Hotel Saigon Mornan, was an imposing building in 1968, stretching one entire block, from Highway 1, along Le Loi, to Le Thon Kiet Street, now known as Hoang Hoa Tham. Today, it is even a larger building, as 2 extra floors were added in 1997. Although part of the south wing, shown here, were not changed. Take note of Truong Dinh Street, as this was used as a route for Marines' tanks and supplies towards the front line. Running along Hue University's south wall, it offered some protection from flanking fire, which was constantly being received from across the Perfume River, and the Citadel. The enemy stronghold at the Citadel is only 1 kilometer distance from Hue University. The position of most major battle features, like the Treasury, Citadel and roads, remain unchanged. 2 flagpoles, the one at the Citadel, shown here, and a smaller flagpole in front of the Provincial Administration building, flew the North Vietnamese flag. During the battle, the flying of these flags taunted the Marines, who become fixed on their removal. Especially the one flying at the Provincial Administration Center. We are panning in a southwest direction. This area, to the Provincial Building, is a large portion of the southern Hue battlefield up to February 6. On February 2, the Marines of Gulf 25 made their initial advance into Hue University from the north, opposite Dak Lao Park. They were supported by a 106 recoilless rifle, set up on the corner of the park, facing Hue University entry. Here, we are on the bridge ramp looking back to the university. In 1968 this was the intersection of Highway 1 and Le Loi Street. We are now reverse panning towards the bridge. In 1968, there was a roundabout located here. Maybe they should bring it back. These Hotel Company 25 Marines have taken advantage of a broken water main. They are covering the American movement up Highway 1 from McV. Take note of the 106 recoilless rifle damage from the Gulf Company 25 attack a few hours earlier on February 2. For the few days since the start of Tet Offensive, the Marines of Alpha 11 had been maintaining guard over the park, which was used for helicopter landing in the Navy landing zone that was located on the eastern extremity of the park. Captain Christmas and the Marines of Hotel 25 left Fubai by road convoy and arrived at MacV in the late afternoon of February 2nd. This is an actual movie of their arrival in front of the MacV building. Due to fire coming from the Jeanne d'Arc school building, they quickly seek shelter behind the fence near the big gates. See our Part 2 MacV movie for further information about this area. Lieutenant Ray Smith had traveled forward with the convoy. He was to take command of Alpha 11 from Gunny Canley, who had commanded Alpha 11 since the wounding of Captain Batchelor 2 days prior. After a short time in MacV, Captain Christmas and Hotel 25 went to Hue University to relieve Golf 25 and Alpha 11. Both companies had made steady progress in retaking the university building. After the university was retaken, the mortars were set up in the protected courtyard, which is now the swimming pool area. This remained the main indirect fire position of the battle as the Marines moved southwest. Here you see the south wing, which never received the two-story upgrade and is much the same profile as in 1968. In the late afternoon, unbelievable but true, Captain Mike Downs commanding Fox 25, received direct orders from Fubai to once again attack towards the Provincial Prison, which was 5 blocks down L'Aloy Street. It was an impossible task. This was to be the first assault on the fortified Treasury building. 3rd Platoon was assigned to lead. As they made their way down Truong Din Street, the point was taken by Sergeant John Maloney. Sergeant Maloney, had made his way to the corner of Truong Dinh Street, when firing broke out from enemy positions from the Treasury and Health Complex buildings opposite. Sergeant Maloney was hit and he fell down hard against the wall. In 1968, this wall was 5 foot high, solid masonry, but there was a courtyard gate near the corner. Many Marines of the platoon ducked through the gate into the somewhat sheltered courtyard. Lance Corporal Jim Yates went forward to assist Maloney but was wounded in the neck. He was able to crawl back through the courtyard gate. Simultaneously, an M48 tank assisting the Marines was hit by RPG and reversed hard back up Truong Dinh Street. Other Marines had been wounded including Captain Downs. In 1968, there was a deep gutter on most of Truong Dinh Street. The M48 tank became bogged. Lieutenant Donald Hausworth rushed forward. He ordered Corporal John Griswold, Ernie Wise, and Mike Swords to assist Maloney. "You gotta be shitting me," Griswold remarked as he courageously led his team back out onto the fire-swept street. They inched up the street along the courtyard wall to Maloney. There was now an incredible amount of gunfire. Amazingly, they were not hit. Griswold and Swords retrieved Maloney's body, while Ernie Wise got up and started firing 2 M16 simultaneously towards the enemy fire. In a courageous display of bravery, while under fire, he reloaded both M16 guns, and continued to fire. Enraged with grief that his friend, John Maloney was dead,